Majesty. Hello, hello, hello. We're back. Welcome to another episode of the Royal Reset Podcast. This is episode 5, week 5. I am so happy to be here. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for taking an hour out of your busy schedule. I know today is cray for you. So thank you so much for taking time out of your holiday to spend with me as you still get reset for your next week. Because, I mean, even though it's a holiday, we still got work tomorrow. Kids still got school. Actually, yeah, they do. They do till June. So yeah, kids still got school tomorrow. So like, we still need to get this laundry done. We still need to get this house clean. We still need to get these meals prepped. You know. So go ahead, Your Majesty, prop me up wherever you need. Let's get the laundry done. Let's get the meal prepping materials out. What else do you do when when royalty resets? You clean the house, you light your incense, do whatever it is you need to do. Your Majesty, prop me up and let's talk, okay? Because I did it. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it. All 5 LA shows of the Cowboy Carter tour. Yeah, all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Went to all 5, and I am gagged. I'm sad too, because how is it over already? 2 weeks? 5 shows already come and gone? Like, what is that about? But anyways, anywho, today we'll be talking about Blue Ivy Carter. So if you do not want spoilers for the tour, you probably already seen them. It's probably too late. It's just that good. But drop a like, subscribe, come back later and watch this once your tour date has passed. However, we will be talking about Blue Ivy Carter today. We will be talking about Rumi Carter today. We will be talking more in depth about the Cowboy Carter tour today. But first, Your Majesty, look at you. You're looking gorgeous. You're looking real good, Your Majesty. Check in with me. How are you doing today? Go. That's good to hear. That is so good to hear. Your Majesty, I'm doing great. As I said, I just came off of 5 Beyonce shows. When you get to see Beyonce once, you're flying high for at least 72 hours. I got 5. So like, that's 20 days at least that I'll be flying high. Oh my gosh, she's so good. She's so good. She's so good. Other than that, yeah, I'm doing good. Today's day 35 of 75 hard, out here getting it done. Even through 5 Beyonce shows, completely interrupting my routine and my schedule, I still got it done. Yeah. I did that. So I'm doing great, Your Majesty. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. I'm glad to see you here. You're looking good. You're looking gorgeous. Tell me. Last week, you told me there were some goals you had for this week that you wanted to accomplish. Did they get accomplished? And if not, did you at least make some progress? Were there setbacks? Were there roadblocks? Put me up on game, Your Majesty. Let me know. How did your week go? I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. And let me tell you why. Because I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. And let me tell you why. Because as I always say every week, you at least working towards your goals and your dreams puts you a step ahead of everybody else. Too many people in this world have goals, have dreams, have a dream life that they would love to live, but they are too comfortable living in the sadness that is their life right now. They're sad. They're not happy. They're depressed. They're angry. They're mad at the world, but they don't want to do the work that it takes to live their best life. You do. So you, yes, as Beyonce would do. You did that, Your Majesty. You did that, Your Majesty. And any goal or any setbacks or roadblocks that you've encountered last week, trust me. Put your mind to it. You will find a way around it, underneath it, above it, through it. I know it. Speaking that into existence for you right here, right now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so my week went great. This week was way better than last week, okay? Because I don't know. I guess because I had already made it through 3 of the shows, I knew that, I could get through these last 2 shows. So 75 Hard this week was actually pretty smooth. No hiccups, no issues, no nothing. Just checked off my check boxes every single day. I had 2 very difficult mental health days. Monday was a difficult mental health day, and yesterday was a difficult mental health day. But I still got it done. I still worked out twice. I still drank a gallon of water. I still ate within my eating window, which is my diet, 8 to 4, no cheating, no alcohol, but I don't drink alcohol anyway, so I haven't been drinking soda, and still read my 10 pages of a non-fiction self-help book and took my progress photo. And my progress photos this week are lit because they're at Beyonce's show. And today I'm going to Disneyland. So, because you know where people aren't on Mother's Day? You know where people are not on Mother's Day? The land of Disney, exactly. So, yes. But yeah, my week was great. I'm excited to catch up on sleep. I'm excited to get back on routine. And I am excited because I told y'all, if I could make it through 2 weeks of Beyonce shows every 72 hours, then I will definitely make it to the end of the 75 Hard Challenge. Today is day 35. We're almost halfway through, folks. June 20th is right around the corner. I will be kicking this challenge and it's, yeah. If I made it through Beyonce, the rest of it is going to be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. So, yes, my week went great. Glad to hear yours is on track. Yes, let's keep it moving because I know you've got a mother or you are a mother and there's a celebration that needs to happen today. So let's talk positive news, shall we? Positive news this week is we got a new pope. And I'm not talking about Eli or Olivia. I'm talking about a new head of the Catholic Church. Let me tell you something. Because a lot of people I know who have voted for who we have right now, voted for him for religious reasons, Catholic religious reasons. Apparently somewhere in their scripture, it says that the person that they voted for, is supposed to usher the world into a new era. I'm so glad we got this new pope. Leo the XIV. I do not know what XIV is, but Pope Leo from Chicago, first American pope, more progressive than the last pope. More new age than the last pope. Put them in their place. Yes, let's do this. I saw someone on TikTok say that it feels like the world around us is fighting back against this, with, you know, Canada being like, nah, we need to get someone who's going to protect us from him. And then now we're us getting a pope that is like more progressive than the last one, who understands that no matter who you love, you're still a human being and deserve to be treated like that, and God still loves you, and God's grace applies to everyone, and no sin is greater than any other sin. Yeah. I am so excited to see what having this new pope means for us, because and a lot of the things in Project 2025, a lot of the tasks that they want to do, check off, to, I'm not going to say it, revolve around religion, revolve around the Catholic Church. So to have someone that's leading the Catholic Church that directly defies the hatred and the vitriol that they are trying to spew gives me hope. The Pope gives me hope. That was corny, but we're going to keep with it. So, with positive news out of the way, once again, congratulations to the new Pope. So excited to see what you do and how you address the hateration that's going on in this country right now, and around the world. It's not just here. And around the world. So, what is entertaining me this week? The Met Gala. Oh my gosh, Your Majesty. I told y'all, did I not tell y'all last week that this year in entertainment alone has been one for the books for Black people, for us? Your Majesty. Tiana Taylor? Zendaya? Who else? Tiana Taylor, Zendaya killed it. Cordy killed it. Megan killed it. At first, I was like, she's not even on theme. Meg, what's up? But then I saw that she drew inspiration from, what was it? Who was it? Was it that woman that Holly Berry played, Dorothy Dandridge? She drew inspiration from a famous African-American queen musician, I believe. And her hair, everything was based off of that. So, Sabrina Carpenter, I don't understand where the hate is coming from for Sabrina Carpenter's fit, because I thought she looked fire. Phenomenal. I thought it was on theme, looked great. She looked great, everything. Mona Patel. Let me tell you about Mona Patel. She is my shebro, okay? She is a billionaire from India with this huge ass company that, like most billionaires, you don't know shit about the company, but you see her pop up at the Met Gala every year, and every year she kills it. To this year, killed it, okay? On theme, always on theme, and always with such intricate, dainty, beautiful, rich as outfits. Yes, Mona Patel and Janelle Monáe took it all. Janelle Monáe took it all. It's hers. The Met Gala was hers this year. Who else did I really like? Those were really it. Those were like my faves. Janelle and Tiana for sure, top of my list. As for the guys, I didn't see anything that really just made me go. They could have gone so much harder. What was going on this year, guys? Tell me what it was for you. Like what? Of course, we had some craziness, but we're not going to talk about this because this is positive news. But those were my fave looks. What was your fave look? Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I must agree. I must agree with you, Your Majesty. That was a look. That was a look. The Met was fire this year. Very black. Very Lewis Hamilton. Is that his name? Buying a table himself and inviting black Lauryn Hill, black famous black women who have pushed us for. Oh, very black indeed. I'm very happy to be alive in this era of black entertainment and television and movies because my God. And while we're here, because we spent 2 weeks talking about it, let's just give a big ups to Ryan Coogler and the Sinners family again for surpassing 200 million domestically. My God. Thank you, Jesus. We are just being fed. Okay? Being fed. Let's dive deep, Your Majesty, and why we are here in the first place. The Cowboy Carter Tour. Each show got better than the last. She built on top of each show and she got more and more into it. Each show, like everyone kept asking me, why are you going to 5 shows? Isn't it just the same show over and over again? No, this is Beyonce. This is not your fave. This is Beyonce we're talking about, okay? Miss Beyonce, who kept her people in the stadium, I think it was Thursday night until 6 a.m. going over notes, okay? She don't play these games, okay? She don't play these games. Each show got better and better and better. She got more and more into Sasha Fierce, which is her, like, her stage persona where she feels like she's more at home, at peace on the stage. She got more and more into Sasha Fierce, less and less out of her head, less and less out of the technical. And you could tell she was having more fun towards the end of the end of her LA stop of the tour. My favorite segment, Tyrant. That was already something I was looking forward to seeing because the chant at the beginning and end of Tyrant, one by one, we hang them high. Yo, my shit, right? My shit, okay? I absolutely loved that this queen pulled out a mechanical bull. And not only did she sit on said mechanical bull, she rode the mechanical bull while giving us live vocals. She's a tyrant. Every time she rides it, and she was riding, she wasn't just sitting on the bull while the bull turned. No. She was riding the bull while giving us vocals. Who else? Who in her mind? Oh my goodness. The Camaro. The cardboard Camaro at the end for 16 carriages, riding around like they would do in like a rodeo, as like the rodeo queen would drive around in the cars or whatever. She drives around in the air, flies around in the air in a Camaro, singing 16 carriages. Again, sitting down, belting 16 carriages with all that emotion from that show. Oh, goodness. Daughter. Okay, because a lot of people like to play on Beyonce's name when it comes to her vocals. Okay, remember Prince said she's nearly a perfect vocalist. He asked her if she knew her scales. She said yes, and he was impressed. Okay, he told her all she needs to do to become perfect is learn how to play the piano, and she'll be set as a musician for life. And what did she do? Learned how to play that piano. Yes, she did. My queen is opera trained. Okay, she knows the opera. So having her come in that big, beautiful ball gown with the LED lights on it, and the first show was just the ball gown that was lit up, right? But then to incorporate the floor, the stage, when she breaks into the opera. Genius, okay? Genius. What else is a favorite moment? I love the Renaissance moment. We talked about that last week. I love how she brought Renaissance back. I love the new choreography for America Has a Problem. I'll be up there trying to do it with her, like. And this is why I be so damn tired after each show, because I be up there thinking I can dance and sing with her. No, I can't. I ain't got the training. I'm not Blue Ivy. I can't do it. I'll be waking up the next day with no voice. Okay, back hurt, toes numb. Like, I can't keep up. But oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so very good. And there were details that I was finding each new show. So the 5th show, I realized that some of the shots of the dancers while they're dancing next to her are from a robot camera. She has little robot cameras, so it's not just her crew. A lot of the times it's her crew, and you see them in black or whatever, following her around, getting the shots that are, superimposed on the big screen. However, I noticed at Friday's show, a chrome gold camera robot moving around, getting the shots of the dance. Are you serious right now? Yes, Beyonce. No budget. There's no budget at all. There's no budget. Whatever she wants, she gets, okay? What is that song Ariana Grande says? She sees it, she likes it, she wants it, she buys it. Ain't no budget when she's on the set. If she likes it, that's what she gets. Yes. Yes, Beyonce embodies that to the fullest. And I mean, how could she not? It's Parkwood production. She owns Parkwood. It's sponsored by Sacred. She owns Sacred. And it's sponsored by Sir Davis. She owns Sir Davis. Literally all the money is coming from and to her. Genius. Anyways, yes. And my prediction was wrong. I don't know. I didn't say it here on the podcast, but I did say it on Instagram that I predicted that she would bring Destiny's Child with her. For this tour, because it's all about her roots, Last week we spoke about how she was disrespected at the Country Music Awards, and she alchemized that, flipped that into Album of the Year. And this victory lap, this tour is just a victory lap of that Album of the Year win. And all the hard work that went into creating such a masterpiece and having it be accepted and recepted well. We spoke about all that last week. So I believed that she was going to go back to her roots, Bugaboo, where she was, wearing the cowboy hat, where they were telling her she spoke to country, etc., and bring out the girls from Houston, Texas, the Children of Destiny. She didn't do that. However, she does have an interlude that includes early Girl Time days into early Destiny's Child days. Girl Time was the name of the group before it became Destiny's Child, just in case you didn't know that, just in case you're not Beehive. And if you're not Beehive, what is wrong with you? Anywho, but yes. So she did have an interlude with that. And then there was a section of the show, which is one of my favorite sections, where she's performing Thick. And she's superimposing and mixing Bills into the music, the arrangement for Thick, while also having her and her dancers sitting in these salon chairs with newspapers. Like, is that not the Bills video? So we do get DC a little bit, but we don't actually see them come out on stage. But that's fine, because the show is still immaculate, and it still made me feel like I am invincible and I can do anything because Beyonce told me I can. Yes, it's such a good show, and it puts you in such a good mood, such a good feeling. It makes you feel like you can reach your goals and dreams. The love that she pours into every single performance, and the way you see her pouring that same love into her children and showing them that they can do anything they set their mind to. Let's focus on Blue Ivy Carter. Oh my goodness. From the very first time she stepped on stage in Paris for the Renaissance World Tour to now, completely different person, okay? Completely different person. Let's go back. Renaissance World Tour, Paris. I think it was night 3, Paris. Or was it the first night? It was some night in Paris that Blue Ivy made her debut on stage in front of thousands with her mother. And she was giving us a 1-2 step. However, you could tell she was nervous. I would be nervous if it was my first time stepping out to a crowd of 25 to 50,000 people, all screaming their heads off. Come on now. You can't say that you wouldn't be nervous. There's no preparing yourself for that. There's no preparing yourself for what that looks like, what that feels like, all those lights being on you, having to listen to inner ears, being, you're not being able to hear nothing except for your inner ears, but still like feeling that energy and hearing that over the inner ears just a little bit. Like, it's just, there's nothing that can prepare you for that. And her as a at that time, 11-year-old child, she did the damn thing. She did what an 11-year-old would do. However, everybody and their mama had something to say about her being stiff, about her being a nepo baby, about how she doesn't deserve to be up there, how a more experienced dancer should be up there, making fun of her moves and how robotic they looked and how, nervous she seemed. As an 11-year-old girl, come on, people. And the fact of the matter is she saw these comments because her friends at school showed her these comments that y'all were making. What did she do? If you watch the Renaissance World Tour movie that came out in theaters, and that's it, because we still ain't got the DVD. Let's not get into that. It's gonna raise my blood pressure. Beyonce said she saw that and she locked in. She was like, oh, word? Bet. Practice. Took on Maree, who is Beyonce's dance captain, as a mentor. Worked with Maree one-on-one, practicing. So by the time you got to the last Renaissance World Tour date, Blue Ivy Carter was hitting them moves. You couldn't tell her nothing. Right? But now, at 13 years old, not only does she have a moment on the Cowboy Carter tour, she is a dancer throughout the entire show. She is there from Yaya, which is the third song on the set list, through the end. She's up here giving you 2.5 hours of slayage. She's hitting the moves, the full extensions. She's giving us energy. She's giving us facial expressions. She's giving us personality. Like, who is this queen? This is a queen, not longer a princess. This is a queen who said, you want to talk shit? Let me prove you wrong. and let me prove to myself that I can do it. She could have been like, okay, no, that's it, mom. I don't want none of this. No, 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 no. But instead she said, let me practice. Let me practice. And let me make perfect. Ah! Yo, I love her solo with her mom. Well, it's not really a solo. It's her spotlight, should I say, during America Has a Problem. I love all the clips that I've been seeing close up of her during formation, because to go back to the formation video, she was just a little toddler in the formation video. That was back when y'all was still making fun of her hair. And now to see her up there doing the formation kick and giving attitude, nasty attitude. Ah! Oh my God. And then to come out and strut the runway, because something Beyonce has been doing from the very beginning is giving us a nasty walk. Crazy in Love, nasty walk. Lose My Breath with Destiny's Child, nasty walk. Beyonce has always given us a strut, okay? And what is Blue Ivy giving us? A strut. A strut, okay? And at first, the first show, Honey did... Now, I need to look it up. I am not sure if Honey... I'm not sure of Honey's pronouns. So I'm just going to use Honey's name. Honey finished Honey's performance, and Honey looked back. Honey is the end of the catwalk. No one can outwalk Honey, or so I thought. So I was like, why is Honey looking back? Who else is trying to follow Honey? Balenciaga. Who else? Blue Ivy Carter. Blue Ivy Carter. And the first night, she just strut. It was fine. But then you could tell she started feeling herself, because the second night, the third night, she's got an umbrella. She's throwing the umbrella before she starts her strut. Now, the fifth night, Friday night, she's got the umbrella. She's throwing the umbrella. She's taking her hat, throwing that too, and strutting down the runway. Yes, Queen. Work! Ah! Killing it. Killing it. And you can tell that during the you could tell that shit. Cut that out. You can tell that she is inspiring young people who look just like her, and that warms my heart. Just look at Rumi, okay? You can tell that Rumi wants to be just like her big sister. Rumi wants to be just like her big sister. So that's why she's up on stage, excited as all get out, because she's like, I see my big sister doing it. I want to do it too. Beyonce didn't ask Rumi to come up on stage. Y'all know Beyonce is not the one in charge. It's Blue Ivy Carter that's in charge, first of all. Second of all, and she acknowledged that. Did y'all see that? She acknowledged that. Did you see that, Queen? That video where someone was holding up a sign that said, yes, Manager Blue. And Manager Blue said, clocked it. Yes. Blue Ivy Carter is the one in charge. Rumi went and had a conversation with Blue and was like, I'm ready. Put me in the game, coach. And Blue said, let's see what you do. She knows okay, we've seen her excited, waving. Yes, Rumi is like 7. She knows the choreography. If you've seen any of the videos of her waiting for her cue behind them behind the pyramid, she's up there doing the choreography with them. But it's like, once she steps out on stage and sees all of her adoring fans, like, it's out the window. She's 7. What do we want? What do y'all expect? She's 7. She's doing what her big sister is out there doing. And that's enough for her, okay? Yes, she'll give you a happy wave. She'll give you a you're beneath me wave. You gonna take it and you gonna eat it up still either way. Because she's Rumi. Oh my gosh. She's 7 years old. Living her goals and her dreams thanks to her big sis. I need y'all to understand how significant this is for me as someone who my entire life has been told that my goals are shit. I will never amount to anything. They're like, no, this ain't gonna happen for you. This won't happen for you. That won't happen for you. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't act. You can't sing. You can't do any of these things. As a child being told these things. But to see other children, 2 other children who look like me, African American princesses, being uplifted and loved and encouraged in something that they want to do and being nurtured through that with grace, with patience, with excitement and love. It broke my heart during the Renaissance World Tour. It definitely did. There was crying during, I saw Renaissance World Tour 3 times. Once in Vegas, once in LA, once in the Bay Area. And during the Vegas and LA shows, I bawled like a baby. Because after Blue had already started, feeling herself by that time, it didn't take until the end of the Renaissance World Tour. She had already started, getting into the moves, extending the moves, giving it energy by the Vegas show. And by that time, to have her sit there on stage after she had finished, pull out her inner ears and hear the crowd going crazy. 25, 30, 50,000 people applauding you for being brave, for keeping going, for going after that goal that you had of slaying the stage with your mama. At 11 years old, celebrating you as a Black girl. There were tears. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. Why am I bawling? Am I too much of a stan? Do I need to go outside and touch some grass? What is going on? Why am I in tears right now? Spoke to my mentors about it, and that's when it clicked. My inner child is happy for Blue Ivy. My inner child is happy for Rumi, because my inner child ain't never got that. And will never get that to that extreme. But now I know that I can at least uplift my inner child and show my inner child the love and nurturing and support and encouragement of her goals and her dreams that she never got, that I never got. So really, in all honesty, if you have an issue with Rumi and Blue Ivy being on stage with their mother, you need to look deeper into your childhood and see who, where, how, what monsters in your closet kept you and your inner child down. Because really, it's just jealousy at this point. And that's valid. That's valid. You are entitled to feel however you feel, but if you see nothing but little Black girls inspiring and motivating other little black girls, you need to do some inner work, some shadow work. Definitely. Some shadow work. Definitely. And also, so, cut that out. So what can we learn from Blue Ivy Carter and the Cowboy Carter tour this week? We can learn, one, other people's opinions of you ain't none of your business. And two, practice makes perfect. And three, put them together, ignore the haters, put in the work, and you will become unstoppable. Because that first night at the Renaissance World Tour in Paris, they were saying she was stiff. They were saying she was just up there because she's a Nepo baby. They were saying that other people deserved her spot. And now what are they saying? Oh my gosh, Blue Ivy Carter. She's a mix of both her parents. Oh my gosh, y'all are looking for the next runner-up. And really, Beyonce already birthed the next runner-up. Oh my gosh, y'all are in trouble if she's taking voice lessons. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yes. So I already told you how this sort of relates to me, and that as a young child, I was always told no. I was always told I couldn't. My goals, my dreams weren't anything important. They were something that I would never be able to achieve, right? Let's get down and specific with it. High school. I didn't make the decision to go to college until November of my senior year. And I only made the decision to go to college because I overheard some people in my IB, okay, History of America's class, IB. You know what that is? That's above AP. Yeah. Clock it. I heard some folks in my IB class talking about the parties they couldn't wait to have in the dorm rooms in college next year. And I was like, wait, if I go to college, then I can live in the dorm rooms and no longer be homeless. Again, roll back. If you don't know, now you know. I grew up homeless for the first 17 years of my life. That's one of the reasons why people follow me. But if you didn't know, now you know. I grew up homeless for the first 17 years of my life. And I stopped being homeless when I got into Chapman University and moved into the dorms. I didn't make this decision, though, to apply for schools until November of my senior year, which is late. I had to rush and do my PSATs and my SATs. And what is the other one? Is it an ACT? There's like a whole bunch of tests that you can take, different tests. I had to rush and get all those tests taken. I had to rush and, collect all my essays and things of that nature and get my applications in. I went to my high school guidance counselor and asked her for assistance trying to get, started in that very same day that I heard those kids talking about the parties in the dorms. And I was like, oh, wait, light bulb. If I go to college, I can live in the dorms. And I'm out. That's what I'm going to do. I go to the high school counselor, ask her for assistance. She looks me dead in my eyes and tells me, you won't be going to college. There's no way you can go to college. Excuse me? Granted, I had a 2.5 GPA. Granted. But Even still, I could have gone to a junior college and then transferred over to a university once I upped my grades at the junior college. Who are you to tell me that I will never be going to college? What is that craziness? So, did I take what she said to heart and just give the fuck up before I even started? No. What did I do? I Googled colleges with a high acceptance rate. Now, here's where God and the universe intervened, because I made the decision already. As soon as I heard them talking about dorm room parties, I was like, fuck a party. Dorm room living. I made the decision. I'm going to college and I'm going to live in the dorms. I'm going to a 4-year, not doing the whole JC thing. No, I'm going to a 4-year college so that I can live in the dorms. I had already made the decision. So by the time I sat down and Googled, the universe was already interfering, because for some reason, when I Googled colleges and universities with a high acceptance rate, Chapman University popped up. Chapman University does not have a high acceptance rate. It just does not. Why that popped up, I have no idea. But I knew that on my way to work, I passed by Chapman University all the time. It looks cool. It's close by to the family who will still be homeless in this area. So it was close by. It looked like a high acceptance rate, but it did not. And it was a private college. Upon further research, I saw that when you apply to private colleges, they look at the entire application, not just your grades. And you know what else they look at? They look at your essay. And who can write her way out of anything? Who can write her way into anything? Me. Yes. That essay was some of my best work. Oh, young Jasmine, you did that shit. I think it started off something like, I have seen rock bottom, and now there is nowhere for me to go except for the top, and you're going to help me get there. Oh! That was the intro paragraph. How can you say no to that? You can't. And they didn't. And I got into Chapman University, was there for 5 years. 5? What was the extra year? That extra year was me studying abroad, Sydney, Australia, Milan, Italy, then coming back and finishing my senior year. Yeah. 5 years at Chapman University for free. Clock it. No grant no tuition. Never had to pay anything out of pocket. Was always grants, scholarships, with a few loans up in there, but didn't have to pay anything out of pocket up front, ever. Even for the year abroad, didn't pay a dime out of pocket. And whenever something came up, I would always just go to the dean of students, to the president of the university, who personally watched over my application, to the registrar, not the registrar's, the registrar's office, no, financial aid office, and be like, I'm gonna need that bumped up. And what would they do? Bump that up. Yes. So I say all that to say, what is the major takeaway this week? Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. And what I mean when I say that is, people give you advice and base their opinions off of what they know and what they can do. So with my guidance counselor, she only knows people who have gotten into college maybe with GPAs that were 2.8 and above, Or her herself maybe tried to get into college and couldn't because she only had a 2 point blah, blah, blah. She couldn't do it. She's not me. Everyone talking mess about Blue Ivy Carter could never get up on a stage in front of thousands of people and give us face, energy, extension, full out, bop, 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 bop. On the first go. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. But you're not Blue Ivy Carter. You hear me? So people only give you advice. People only make opinions based off of their own situation, what they know, what they can do. They don't know you. They don't know what you've been through, what you've overcome. They don't know your value. They don't know your purpose. They don't know that you were put on this earth to do exactly what it is that you're doing. They only know themselves. And most of the time, like I said at the beginning, like I said in past conversations, they're comfortable. So they don't want to do the work to become who they are meant to be. You are. So ignore them. That has everything to do with them, their opinions, their advice. All of that has to do with them and what they can handle. You can handle more. You can do more. You can do better. Why? Because you know that you are magnificent. You know that you are powerful. You know that you were put on this earth for a reason. And you know that it is better for you to go through the pain and the hard work that it takes to reach your best life, so that you can help others, inspire others, motivate others, bring some light into this world, than it is to be complacent. You are ahead of the game, Your Majesty. You are royalty. You don't just accept it as it is. Royalty. You don't just accept it as it is. You go after what you want. You are built different. They're not on your level. Anyone who has time to talk mess is not on your level. Because you are a queen. You've got a queendom to run. You ain't got time to talk mess about nobody else because you're too busy building your table. So when I say other people's opinions about you, I say this on TikTok all the time. When I say other people's opinions of you are none of your business, I mean exactly that. Their opinions have everything to do with them and what they can handle. They cannot walk in your shoes. They could never survive a day in your shoes. So why give them any more thought? Don't allow their opinions to fester in your mind, because their opinions are based off of their reality and not yours. That's one. 2, practice makes perfect. I know it sounds like a cliche, and I know it's easier said than done. And I know that that's what everybody says. But if everybody is saying it, there's got to be some sort of truth in it, right? People have been saying that for generations, for years, for decades, for centuries. Practice makes perfect. You don't fail unless you stop. You don't fail unless you give up. Yes, you have one bad performance, but that doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You at least had a performance. Every single performance, good or bad, is practice. Every single performance, good or bad, is experience. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep trying, there is no way that you will not succeed. There is no way that you can fail. Even if it's business, if you're creating a business and it failed, the next time when you start a new business, you're not starting from scratch because you have the experience of creating an LLC or creating a business account, of getting your EIN. You know how to get the business banking account. You know how to get business credit. You know how to go and speak to different people and get funding, backing for your business. You know all these things. So if the first one failed, you're not starting from scratch when you try again. You're starting from here. You keep going, eventually you will reach the top. Same thing goes for stocks. Investing in the stock market. You get a paycheck, and if you don't invest, you spend it all and you're left with zero, right? But if you invest some of that into the stock market, let's just say $20. You get your paycheck, you invest $20 into the stock market, spend all the rest, you're not left with zero, you're left with 20. It's a compound effect. You do it again, you're left with 40. You do it again, you're left with 60. And then you have that 60 that's making its own money because you put in 60. But the stock market can go up and that 60 can become 120. Do you see what I'm saying? Start small. If that's all you can do, start small. Start with what you have and keep going. Keep working. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Stay consistent. Keep it going again and again and again. And I promise you, one day you're going to blow up and then everybody's going to be saying, where did she come from? She's an overnight sensation. Overnight where? Because I've been out here grinding. Doechii, prime example. Doechii has been out here grinding for years. Y'all just now caught up this year. Lizzo, Truth Hurts. Why man great till they gotta be great? That song was out for 3 years. 3 years before it hit #1 on the Billboard Top 100. 3 years. Clock it. Keep going. Practice makes perfect. Don't give up on yourself. That's the only way you'll ever lose, is if you stop. Blue Ivy didn't stop. She went back to the drawing board. She went back to practicing. Took on a mentor to help teach her and show her what her mother, her manager, her client couldn't teach her. Over and over again. Practice, 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 practice. And look at her now. You have a Blue Ivy in you. You have that fire, that same gusto in you. You will have your Cowboy Carter tour moment as well. And whoo, will it be glorious, Your Majesty? Will it be glorious? So, your goal for next week, based off of this conversation that we've had today, is to discern whether or not there is something that you know you are supposed to be doing, but you're letting other people's opinions about that hold you back. Maybe you want to be a content creator, but you're afraid of what people will say. Maybe you don't want to go to law school. You don't want to go to medical school. You want to go to art school, but your mom and dad said that you need to become a doctor. What is it in your life that you know you're supposed to be doing? We've been talking about your purpose these last few weeks. You found your purpose now, right? What is it that you're supposed to be doing that you have been holding yourself back from doing because you are afraid of the opinions of others? What is it? And then I want you, this is an exercise that I learned from what is her name? Ilana Van Sant. What I want you to do is I want you to write down on a lined piece of paper every single opinion you believe someone will have for you doing that thing. So let's go with the content creation. What will people say that's making you so scared to start, to become the content creator that you're supposed to be? What will people say? She looks weird. She ain't getting no views. She don't nobody care what she has to say. Nobody knows her. Write down every single opinion you think. Because again, this isn't based in any facts. This isn't based in any truth. This is just your anxiety telling you don't do this because you don't want to get hurt. Nah. So if your anxiety is running around, taking over the switchboard and running things, have her write down every single opinion that you think someone is going to have about you. And then underneath or next to each one of those opinions, the third thing I want you to do is flip them. So she's weird, or are you original? Someone who thinks outside the box. No one watches her videos yet. No one watches my videos yet. No one cares what she has to say. If I can change at least one person's mind, if I can reach one person, help them see XYZ, that's a win. Next to each opinion, flip that. Turn that into an affirmation. Make it an I statement. She's weird. I am original. I am outside the box. I am better than these hoes. I'm built different. And then I want you to do it. Whatever it is, start right here, right now, today. So that is your goal based off of Blue Ivy Carter and her slayage of the Cowboy Carter tour for this week. You are to discern what you are holding yourself back from. Write down the opinions from others that you're afraid to hear about yourself. Flip them into I statements, affirmative I statements, and then start doing that thing. That's your homework for next week. However, I know you got goals. I know you got dreams. I know you got aspirations outside of what we talk about every week, Your Majesty. So tell me, what are your plans, your goals for next week? Fire. That's going to be amazing. And I am rooting for you. Standing behind you 100% like this. Ain't nobody gonna touch you. Okay? And if they do, remember, their opinions. They what? Their opinions don't? What? They're who? None of your business. None of your business. If somebody want to fight, I'll fight them for you. Give me the address. I'll do the drive-by. Yes. Do that. Work on that. I'm so excited to talk to you next week and see where you are on that. If you've slayed or if you've started to slay, or if you had to pivot. That's okay too. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. Keep going, Your Majesty. Next week, my goal, I feel like I say this every week, but until June 20th, it's just what it is. 75 hard. That is my goal. 75 hard. Today is day 35. So next week, I hope to be at day 42 when we speak again. Here's a good goal. I am behind on my 75 hard vlogs. Today is day 35. The last day I posted was day 21. On YouTube, I think I'm at day 9. So I need to catch up. For TikTok, I need to edit the days and post them to TikTok. And then for YouTube, I just need to upload them from TikTok and get them going. So that's a good goal. By day 42, I want to be caught up with YouTube posting and TikTok posting of my 75 hard vlogs. Because as soon as the 75 hard is over, Your Majesty, boom, we're going right back into the regular scheduled programming of the Crown Fit for a Queen videos, the Breathe with Queen Maree videos, the transitions, the dance transitions. We're going right back into my normal content because 1, I miss it. And 2, I had a nice long break, ready to get back to it. And 3, I went through a period where I was thinking I wasn't helping anyone with that content. And now I know differently. Especially after everybody on TikTok was sending me messages when TikTok was getting banned. I was like, oh, the girlies were clued in. And I've been letting them down. So let's lock back in. So yes, want to get back on track with the 75 hard content so that we can get back to the normally scheduled programming once 75 hard is over. So yes, those are my goals. Those are your goals. We chitted, we chatted, we got ready for the next week. I'm so happy to have this time with you every week, Your Majesty. Thank you so much for spending another Sunday resetting your life and resetting for and getting ready for your next week. And I hope you've allowed me to inspire and motivate you for your to reach your goals next week and to slay like only you can slay, Your Majesty. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Royal Reset Podcast. And I will see you back here next week, same time, same place. Happy Mother's Day again. If you're a mother, happy Mother's Day to you. If you're not a mother, but you have a mother, tell her I said, hey, mama. Congratulations. This is your day, queen. This is your day. Just like that. Just like that with a finger and everything. You got to say it just like that. Okay? Alrighty. Have a good week. I love you. Bye.